Alright guys, welcome to the channel. So on today's Barca Daily News, we have a lot to discuss, and we're first going to start talking about Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. According to Sport, Barcelona are ready to offer Marc-Andre Ter Stegen a contract until 2025. That's a 5-year deal, meaning he will have the longest running contract in the squad. And this is great for the club and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen has always expressed his love for the club since he first started with FC Barcelona. So back in 2014, he said this: "I know where I'm coming to, and I'm delighted with the challenge it presents. I want to adapt to being here, and I think this will be a nice home for me." Then we can see a recent interview that he had about 2 months ago, and he said this: "Personally, I'm enjoying the time of my life. My wife is pregnant, so things couldn't be better. We are very happy. We settled into Barcelona, and the football is going well too, and I hope things stay that way." So Ter Stegen has always loved Barcelona. I'm glad that he's getting this contract offer. And so we also have a report saying that everything is going well, everything is going right on track between Barca and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, who is showing that he is ready to sign for the extension and that he is committed to the club. But a couple of hours ago, Barca has confirmed that Ter Stegen is having a problem with his right knee. To be more specific, he has tendinitis on his knee. As of right now, he is receiving treatment, but it is yet to be determined when he will be back, because they will still need to see how serious this knee injury is and how long the recovery will take. He's expected to miss the first 2 matches of the year at least, and what scares me the most is that he might go through surgery. We don't know if he has to go through surgery first. I just hope that they do avoid that, because this is reminding me of what Umtiti had to go through, and Umtiti was gone for a while. So let's pray and hope that Ter Stegen doesn't have to go through surgery just for a knee problem. Let's hope that he recovers quick. Now there is some updates on Arthur Melo. Arthur continues to have groin problems, and he's going to be expected to be out for the next 3 weeks, meaning he will miss the games against Espanyol, Granada, Valencia, and Atletico. And so we hope for a speedy recovery for these 2 players. We cannot have them out for too long, because we're going to have very important matches coming out soon. Arthur and Ter Stegen are key players for the club, so let's hope for the best. Now I want to talk about Neymar for a little bit, because Sports has reported that Neymar continues to feel uncomfortable and unsettled at PSG and will continue to push for a move back to FC Barcelona in the summer of 2020. And I'm actually really starting to believe that Neymar might be going to FC Barcelona in the summer of 2020. As much as I disagreed with it in the beginning, even the news reporter Pedro Lopez, who works for UOL, is a popular Brazilian website, has claimed that Neymar is focused on recuperating his best level and has been working hard on the training ground and partying less in hopes to get back to his former club FC Barcelona. And honestly, if we're going to get this type of Neymar, a more focused, determined Neymar, then yes, I would want him back. If he is willing to work hard to get to the top level again and is looking to become the best player in the world, then I don't see why we shouldn't bring him back, because this is what represents Barcelona: a hardworking, talented player who is never satisfied and is always looking to improve. And he's not always looking to improve himself, but to improve other players around him, and that's what we need. If Neymar wants to do that, if those are his intentions, then Barcelona should make Neymar their first priority. But if we're going to get the Neymar that wants to party all the time and go out and go to the clubs, then we should not get him back. But if Neymar is going to take his career seriously again, then let's bring him back. And that's currently what's happening. Neymar is working hard on the training ground. He is more determined. So if that's the case, I want him back. Now moving on to Riqui Puig. A couple of days ago, Kluivert had an interview and talked about multiple topics, but Kluivert was asked about Riqui Puig and if Alenia's exit this winter is actually going to help Riqui Puig get playing time within the next 6 months. And so this is what he said: "I think so. It depends on Valverde. If there is a space, I think Riqui has to be the first to go up. I have told Riqui, everyone wants to play in the first team and then look at their interest. To grow, it is not bad to go on loan to a good team to continue growing as a player and a person." And I really hope Riqui Puig does finally get his playing time. I don't expect a massive change for Riqui Puig where we have him play for a whole game, but possibly he could be switched in later for the game. We don't know Valverde's plans for Riqui Puig, but what I do know is this: as of right now, Alenia has been loaned, Arthur is having fitness issues, and Vidal could be on his way out to Milan this winter. And so why am I saying this? Because this means that 3 midfielders are looking to be unavailable next year in January. So doesn't that remind you of anything that happened in August of 2019? Because at the start of the season, Messi was missing because of injury, Suarez was missing because of injury, he had a calf injury, Dembele was missing because of injury, which left Valverde with no choice but to promote Ansu Fati and use him in the first team. And look how that turned out to be. Now, I'm not saying just because Ansu Ansu Fati did well doesn't mean that Riqui Puig is going to do well also. But if Riqui Puig recognizes this big golden opportunity, he has to take advantage of it. He will need to work hard and take this opportunity because he might not have this big of a open spot in the midfield ever again. We're going to have 3 midfielders either injured or leave. All we need is Valverde give Riqui Puig 20 minutes in a game just so he can show his quality the best way he can. Even Sport has reported a couple hours ago, Riqui Puig will stay. He doesn't consider leaving as an option. He thinks he can grow best here at Barca with the loan of Elenia Arthur, physical problems, and Vidal who wants to go to Italy. The doors of the first team could finally be open for him. And so that's the point here. Riqui Puig does have an open window. There is a lot of midfielders either injured or going on loan, so he should take advantage of this. Now moving on to Nelson Semedo. AS have reported that Barca could let Nelson Semedo move to Atletico Madrid if they bring back Emerson, who is on loan from Real Betis. We don't have much information about that yet, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon within the next 3 years. I actually don't even think this is true. On a good day, Semedo is a world-class right back who can attack well and track back when needing to. The only way I can see Barca letting go of Nelson Semedo is if Emerson has been showing the qualities that it is time for him to join a club like FC Barcelona. Emerson was brought to FC Barcelona earlier in July this year from Atletico Mineiro. So let's hope this is not true. I don't want Semedo to leave Barcelona yet, but if Emerson is that good, then I don't mind having Emerson come in, but we shouldn't sell Semedo yet. Now moving on to my last topic of the day, and that is about Barcelona's center back Todibo. And this topic is going to piss me off a little bit because you're going to find out why. So Football Italia and Calcio Mercato has reported that AC Milan and Barcelona have come in full agreement for Todibo. The agreement is having Todibo on loan with AC Milan for these next 6 months, and Barcelona is giving AC Milan an option to buy him for 20 million euros. And what makes it even worse is Barcelona is not going to insert a buyback clause in this contract. Now at the moment, they are waiting for Todibo to make his decision if he wants to move to AC Milan and to see if this is the right move for him. And so look, I find 3 things wrong with this. The first one is, why is Barcelona letting go of Todibo this easy? He's young, he's talented, he's exactly what Barcelona will need in the future. They're acting like they don't need him. Like, we have Piquet, who's almost turning 34. We have Umtiti that's injured like 90% of the time, and then we have Lenglet, who's very suspect. We don't know if he's going to be good or not, or world class. And yeah, that's all we have at center back, so we do need Todibo. The second thing I find wrong with this is, why is Barcelona not inserting a buyback clause? What if he ends up being a phenomenon and he becomes one of the best in the world in 1 to 2 years? Barca should be wanting that security, knowing that they will have a hand on him. So it just doesn't make any sense. And then number 3 is, why is Barcelona letting go of Todibo for so cheap? 20 million euros doesn't seem like it's the right price. They should go for 25 to 30 million euros, because in today's times, 20 million euros is nothing. They should go for at least 25 to 30 million euros. So if this deal does go through, this is horrible business from FC Barcelona. The only reason I could see why Barca will want to sell him is because they will want to accumulate cash to bring back Neymar, which is such short-term thinking. So it is up to Todibo now to make that decision if he wants to move to AC Milan or not. And so that's it for today's video, and that's what's going on in FC Barcelona right now. There's a lot going on, a lot of negotiations. So I hope Barcelona makes the right business, makes the right moves, and not let go of the wrong players. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.